What happened?
What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving!
Now, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Excuse me. Huh?
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Power up complete. Thank you for purchasing this item from GAD Science Incorporated. Preparing to register customer information. Scanning and classifying subject data. Subject identified as Mario, resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. Data storage complete. I am Flood, a flash liquidizer ultra-dowsing device. I hope to be of assistance. Proceeding with user instruction. Use the R button to shoot water from my tank. If you press the R button all the way down, you can stop and shoot. You can then use the control stick to aim in any direction. Press the X button to switch to the hover nozzle. You can then press the R button to hover in the air for a short time. If this tank is empty, no water can be sprayed. To refill tank, enter a body of water and press the R button. Instructions complete. Proceed.
Quite an unusual device. Is it some sort of pump?
I am Flood. Glad to meet you.
Hey, someone's coming!
Court is now in session.
As you are no doubt aware, someone has been senselessly defacing Fair Isle Delfino using some paint-like substance. The accused is charged with polluting our beautiful home and, yes, endangering our very way of life. Indeed, how can one not be aware of what is going on? Though it is daytime in Delfino Plaza, our poor residents tremble beneath a veil of darkness. Expert shine scholars have determined that this darkness has arisen because all of our guardians, the shine sprites, have vanished from their gathering spot at the shine gate. The reason? It's quite obvious. This horrible graffiti is to blame. Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on eyewitness descriptions. The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Mario!
Objection!
Overruled. I judge the defendant guilty as charged. I hereby order the defendant to clean this entire island. Until Isle Delfino is completely free of his vile handiwork, Mario shall not be allowed to leave. Court adjourned.
This appears to be quite a predicament, Mario. Data analysis verifies that the island's inhabitants are indeed troubled by pollution, but the pollution itself is not the main problem. Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on Isle Delfino. They used to gather in great numbers at the Shine Gate, but the graffiti incident has polluted the island and most of the Shine sprites have fled. There is no longer any power to support the peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure the return of the Shine sprites is to keep the island from becoming any dirtier. The perpetrator is likely at work even as we speak. And you, Mario, are being treated as a criminal. Tomorrow we must do our best to resolve this situation.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess, pal. Your first job's to get rid of all that ugliness. And remember, we'll be watching you, pal. We'll know if you start slacking off.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Mario?
Here we go.
Mario.
Alright. Blue. I'm Electro. I'm going to be commentating. To the best of my ability, anyway. Right. So it looks like both the runners heading into Bianco 3. So it would be missing the wall kick that most people screw up. But it still gets in there. And Atomic having a little trouble, but getting in there himself. So me having a little bit of trouble, but getting through it. And Atomic picking it through pretty easily as well. Alright, probably going to see both runners here going for the travel skip. I don't doubt they'll both get it. Right, I made my volume a little bit louder. No, I don't think I can make my volume any louder than it is right now. I could speak up a little bit, I suppose, but... It's fine, okay, good, thank you. To me, looks like he's got it. It also looks like Atomic's got it. Yep. Solid. I think that saves about 10 seconds over the screwing it up, I guess. Right. We're gonna see both runners going for the same Bianco 4 strat, at the beginning at least. Both of them looking pretty clean. We're gonna see looks like the momentum spin jump from Udme. Atomic gonna go with the hovering over to the platform strat. Pretty similar, but the momentum spin jump strat's a little bit faster. Oh, I'll be falling down, that's really unfortunate. Happens to the best of runners. Atomic finishing up the Bianco 4, heading into Bianco 5, where we'll start to see some differences in luck from the two runners. Atomic going for the triple jump strat for movement over to PD. We'll see if Otome does the same or if he goes for the spin jump off the log. Or the spin jump Y camp, excuse me. And he does. Atomic grabbing the one up that doesn't lose any time. Good call. People either don't care to grab it or forget to grab it, but in a setting like this, it's usually not a bad idea because you don't want to have to save. Looks like Atomic's getting an okay pattern. I didn't catch the first one, the first part of Odin's, but it looks like he's getting an alright pattern too. I'm actually a little unfamiliar with the differences in the patterns. I couldn't tell you like, this. I mean, I guess I could tell you an awful pattern, but I don't know. Of the faster ones, I'm a little unsure as to whether one's better than the other. And what's happening to Odmi is not looking like an ideal situation. PD's trolling him pretty bad. It's looking like it's going to be pretty even at the end of Bianca 5. Insanely even. They're like almost screen for screen, not quite, but I'm struggling a little bit to grab that shine. Alright, both runners having a pretty solid Bianco or Gelato skip. And we're going to see both of them go for the quick kill. Atomic getting some of the water on the spam spray, but wasn't quite close enough to get the instant quick kill. seeing both runners head over to Piano Village. Told me going for the strat on the side of the gate that you start from the back side a little bit faster than going to the front side and doing the wall kick from there. Told me getting a little bit trolled by the first jump, and Atomic getting a little bit lucky on it. Atomic is 2 for 2. Let's see if he gets 3 for 3 or not, but screwing up the... Wow, gets perfect RNG. Both of the runners struggling to get the jumps in the water at the moment, but even after the slightly different RNGs, they come out to be pretty even. Alright, probably won't see too much of a change in lead in this next level. Pretty much, I mean, you might see a second difference or something, but... This is one of those levels that even beginner players can do on like world record kind of level. Alright, all the runners moving on to Piano 3. One of the more notorious levels for causing some people some issues, even though it's not too difficult. Make a single mistake, you're pretty much dead. It's kind of like the secrets in that sense, and I guess it's kind of fitting that you don't get to use blood throughout the level, except at the very end where you collect them and head up and grab your shine. Both the runners looking like they're going to make it out of there fine, and it seems like they pretty much have at this point. Still only like a few seconds between the two. Allowed me ahead by maybe 5 seconds at most. There's a slight difference in RNGs that you can get for Piano 4, but for the most part they're pretty similar. There's just a few seconds difference between them. Odemy looking like he's getting the second best RNG, and Atomic looking like he's getting the worst of the 3 RNGs you can get. ideally he goes left at the beginning instead of through the middle or to the right. See if they can get the chain skip. And Odemy kinda gets it, but screws up the beginning of it. And Atomic's gonna miss it. He's gonna have to grab the chain and pull him in. Still a fairly close race for sure though. Yeah, this let's see. We're gonna see Yoshi skip coming up here. We'll see. I'm assuming they both go for the same strat. Most people go for the, I don't even know what the different names of the strat, but the one where you clip through the tree, hover back, grab the ledge, let go, and hover back. But Odemy making it in there, and I don't doubt we'll see Atomic make it in there. Could be the nerves getting to him, but looks like he's got it. He's in there. Right, we'll see if Odemy gets early cycle. And it looks like he will not. Atomic not skipping the platform from that last piano. I don't think it would have made a difference in early cycle, but it looked like it was kind of close. Looks like both runners are making it out of Piano 5 without any deaths. Piano 6 important execution level. We'll see if either of them can get significantly faster time than the other. Odemy off to a pretty good start. We'll see if he gets that early unlock, and he does. Doesn't quite get the guy over the hill. $208.75 is pretty solid. Atomic just barely missing that early unlock on the pink piano. It's looking like just over a 2 if he might be just under a 2 after that slight mistake. One 150. Trying to speak too soon. 153. Not probably what he wanted, but sometimes that happens. Odemy gonna go for the quick kill here. And he got it. You always want to try to get him before he jumps over that fence. Starting to be a little bit wider gap between the two runners, but still relatively close. And it can cause some serious issues for people. One of the more difficult courses by many people's imagination. Most runs typically go between like an hour and 15 to an hour and 30. Atomic having a little trouble getting Shadow Mario down there, but getting out of there nonetheless. And we saw Odemy get the honey skip, which is very impressive. We'll see if Atomic also goes for it, if he just takes the cutscene and goes on with it. Looks like he's going for it. And Odemy will be taking on Mecha Bowser. Definitely one of the more difficult levels to consistently do fast. Okay, let's see if Atomic gets it. It looks like it might work. I think it'll work. And he got it. Odemy barely missing that first shot. That one's one of the more difficult ones. Getting the second one should be a pretty easy finish from here, but probably not quite what he wanted. And we'll see Atomic entering Mecha Bowser too. I have a lot of restream delay. Shit. Let me refresh. Maybe that's better. Atomic landing that first shot, that's really crucial. And he's gonna get the second one too. Missing that third one though really hurts. Great, we're gonna see Mole Skip here. He gets it successfully. Odemy getting through the first secret of Pinna Park. Usually considered to be one of the easier secrets of the game. Since there's not too many, the cycle you gotta catch is really pretty tolerant of how fast you go. And we'll see Atomic do the same probably. Alright, we're gonna see Odemy going for some red coins here. We'll see what strat he goes for. There's a wide variety of them. We'll be going with one of the more standard ones. See if he can get the early boat cycle. It's looking like he's going to be able to. And he does. Atomic looking like he's going for the same strat. Definitely the most common of the kind of 3 strats out there. Having a little trouble getting over that little grate. Pin a 4. We'll see if the runners can get 1 cycle, or if they're going to be stuck with the 2 cycle. With me looking like he wants the 1 cycle. And he gets it. We'll see if Atomic can do the same. Would me making it look really easy. Just looking like a pretty difficult 1 cycle there. He might just take the 2. Alright. You see EYG coming up here. Overmean do it and then level 3, and I assume Atomic is going to do the same. Most people don't go for 5. It's not too much harder than 3, and it's quite a bit faster. So, Odme not meaning to eat that papaya there, but there's still another durian he can grab, so he should be alright. Trying to get the fruit storage, and he got it that time. And it's looking pretty good here for Odme. Looks like he's got it. We'll see if Atomic can do the same. Atomic trying not to get ground pounded as he grabs the fruit, because if you get ground pounded while you're holding the fruit by the stews, you will send the fruit flying, and it's usually a disaster. Odme looking like he's going for over the top and to the right. And he gets it pretty successfully. The rest of the secret should be Cakewalk. An really solid EYG, along with secret. Atomic having a little bit of trouble getting the stews to follow him, but he's got him now. And it looks like one or both of the stews ended up dying for Atomic, which is really... Oh, one of the stews died and the other lost his attention. That's really unfortunate. I haven't seen that happen in a while. Led me successfully getting the quick kill on Shadow Mario. And it looks like Atomic has EYG locked down. We'll see what strat Atomic goes for. It's going over the right as well. Most runners aren't going to bother risking over the top through the middle. The amount of time it saves is not worth the risk. It's the risk that it kind of gives you. Load me with some pretty solid movement over to Rico 1. In Rico 1, I should say. And Atomic, unfortunately, getting hit by that Electric Koopa. This game's normally like an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes when it's speedrun. I don't know how long it would take casually. World record is 1:14:40 by noon today. We're gonna see Odme probably go for Blooperless. In fact, I'm almost positive. I'm sure both these runners are at fast enough times that they would likely go for that. Odme getting in there pretty cleanly. We'll see if he can get the rest of the level. Going for the triple jump, GWK up on top. Pretty solid. A 20:46 is a pretty good time. Anything below 21 usually saves you some time versus the normal strat. Atomic finishing up Gooper Blooper. We'll be heading into Rico 2 as well. Rico 3 considered to be one of the easiest shines of the game, but definitely one that people screw up from time to time. Usually because people hover too early or too late when they're underneath the cage. And Odme getting it pretty successfully. Atomic going for the blooper ride over to the stage. We'll see if he goes for the blooperless in the stage. There's not a major time difference between the two, but blooperless is a tiny bit faster. Right, we're gonna see Odme taking on Rico 4. Definitely one of the scarier secrets of the game. Unfortunately bonking. Climbing up is always a hassle. It's looking like he's going to get the fast cycle if he keeps up what he's doing. I bet he goes for it. He went for it. Yep, blue cycle on that big block there. Overall, pretty good secret. Atomic successfully getting the cage shine sprite. And we're going to see Odme do Gooper Blooper the second time. I think the only difference between the two is you have to pull him back further in the second time you take him on. Odme finishing that off. We'll see if Atomic can get through Rico 4 secret cleanly. Looking good so far. It looks like he's got it. Both are pretty solid secrets. Odme going to be doing blooper red coins here. Definitely one of the easier levels, but also one of those levels that it's not too difficult to die on. It loses you a lot of time. Because unlike dying in a secret, you get kicked out of the whole level and you have to re-enter it if you do that. Atomic looking like he's got a pretty good blooper fight there. Not the most difficult, but definitely one people screw up from time to time. Oh, I'm going to be doing one of the easiest shines of the game, Rico 7. By far the easiest Shadow Mario in the game. It's as simple as walk forward and spray. And we're going to see Atomic doing the red coins. What are we going to be entering Bianco Hills? Atomic looking like he's going to finish Bianco 6 with no trouble, barely jumping over that shine, or around it I should say. But he gets it. Followed me with some nice movement over to Bianco 6 secret. Followed me with some good movement to skip that first cube. And we'll see Atomic finish off Shadow Mario as well. And it owed me with a very solid Bianco 6 secret. I guess he owed me finish up Bianco Hills right here. We're going to see Atomic enter the secret right here. We'll see what strat he goes for on the first cube. Looks like he's going to go with the same one. He barely missed it. That's really unfortunate. His angle was a little too in line with the wall. Owed me getting into Serena Beach. We'll see how lucky he gets with the Manta. The Manta is a really interesting combination of some skill, but also some luck. Atomic looking like he's not going to have any trouble finishing off the Bianco 6 secret here. And he does. With me struggling to find that last Manta that isn't as small as they can get. If they're not all the smallest size, they'll kind of run around randomly and they won't chase you. And Atomic finishing off Bianco Hills. And it would be finishing off Manta. Probably not the most ideal situation, but he gets it done. Odemi's ahead by a little bit, by maybe a stage. Or a stage, I should say. An episode, I should say. Both the runners chasing Shadow Mario over to the right, whether they chose to or not. Usually you chase him to the left and get the banana from the tree. It's usually a little bit quicker. Sometimes he just doesn't go the way you want him to for some reason. I think it's based on how you approach him. So we're going to see Odemi entering Serena 2. Pretty technical level. Not the most difficult secret, but definitely up there for most difficult. Competing for it, for sure. Depending on the strats that the runner goes for, of course. Odemi with a good start. Oh, and he unfortunately bonks. Atomic with an alright Manta from the looks of it. Now it's just finishing it up. Odemi not going for the spin jump to get over some of the sand blocks earlier. Doesn't want to risk dying twice in a row. But he will go for the momentum spin jump. And he gets it. Choosing not to do the triple jump when he lands on the block, because sometimes if you're too close to the next sand block, you'll just bonk and get knocked back. Odemi's ahead. And we'll see Atomic attempt the same secret. And Odemi's going to do one of the easier stages of Serena Beach. Oh, and that's really unfortunate. Mario stopped sliding down the wall, so he couldn't get the wall kick. Atomic with a pretty solid, would look to be almost still a pretty solid entry into the secret. Atomic going for some pretty crazy strats, what looked to be a GWKD. Glitchy wall kick dive. You have like a 2 or 3 frame window to pull that off. And unfortunately he dives, or he jumps and dives a little early there, so he doesn't quite make it over to the next platform. Serena 2 is a killer level. see Odme going into the casino and skipping into the secret. Atomic having some success this time. We'll see if he goes for the momentum spin jump or not. He might choose not to. It looks like he won't. I don't blame him. Oh my, that's so unfortunate. Sliding off the block, that happens all the time. It's almost harder to do strats that you don't do all the time than it is to go with the easier ones. Oh, the harder ones, excuse me. I just said the same thing twice. Wait, did I? I don't know. I'm sorry. I screwed up. And Atomic just having a really, really hard time getting out of Serena 2. Odme with a really solid Serena 4 there. Actually, I missed the very beginning of that secret, so it could have gone wrong, and I might have missed it. But again, there looked pretty good. Atomic must have nerves getting to him, because he's struggling to get through that level. It's definitely one of those things of once you die once, it's like, God, please don't let me die again, and it really can cause you a lot of anxiety, cause you to make more mistakes, get in this kind of horrible cycle. But we're gonna see Odme going into King Boo. Atomic looking like he's got the secret on lockdown. Yeah, he's got it. Odme with a decent start. Would be getting a little unlucky there. You have to sit through the first cycle after fruit, and he has to spit it out, but after that you can just instantly cancel it once you know it's not fruit. And Atomic looking like he's going to have no trouble getting through Serena 3. Just the... And Odme with pretty solid RNG. Only one extra cycle isn't too bad. We'll see Atomic attempting Serena 4 here. Atomic going for the triple jump strat. It's pretty similar in speed to the one where you grab the rail and do a wall kick off or a spin jump and do a wall kick, or a side flip into the wall kick, depending on how you go about it. Atomic looking like he's going to get through without too many issues. We'll see if he goes for the momentum spin jump off of the big cube. He might choose not to. Yeah, he chose not to. Not quite the same as other momentum spin jumps in that you have to like control you have to control how fast you rotate the stick to get the spin input. It rolled me with a really solid Serena 6. Even for NTSC, that's pretty good. NTSC U. I might have missed the U. I don't remember. Right, we're gonna see Odemy finish up Serena Beach here. And Atomic's gonna be heading into King Boo as well, or Shadow Mario giving me a little bit of trouble, but he still got him pretty quick. Atomic starting off with some decent RNG. Odemy heading over to Noki Bay. Atomic still getting good luck. Hasn't gotten an extra cycle yet. Loaded me some pretty good movement over to the mole and Noki one. And Atomic with what looks to be perfect luck. King Boo fight. We'll be seeing Odemy doing Noki 2, barely missing that wall kick. Probably pressed the A button too early, since a little bit of time, it's unlikely he did it late. Atomic taking on Serena 6. Odemy getting the clip pretty successfully. Definitely not one of the more difficult tasks. We're going to be moving on to the water movement practice level. Atomic finally finishing up the Serena 6. Would be barely missing that coin. It's really unfortunate. One of the more annoying ones because there's like a jet stream that pushes you up. If you're moving too far, if you're moving too fast forward and you're too low, you won't grab it. Otherwise, finishing up the rest of the level alright from the looks of it. Over here, we're going to see Atomic finish Serena Beach real quick. Odemy going to be moving into Eel. Definitely one of the more notoriously annoying levels. Not the most difficult, but making a mistake can definitely lose you a good amount of time. We'll probably see him go for a 5-tooth. But maybe he'll try for 6. Okay. Atomic with what looks like a good start to Nookie 1. And we'll see him take out the mole real quick. Yeah, and there's the 5-tooth that we were anticipating. Tom having a little bit of trouble there, but we'll see if he can get the cutscene skip here. And it looks like he got it. A really, really good eel by Odemy there. Atomic finishing up Nookie 1. We'll see if Odemy can get the roll out into the instant get up, and he does. All you have to do is grab the ledge at a specific point, and you'll be like in a position to talk and grab the ledge at the same time, so you'll just instantly get pulled up and start talking. Atomic having a little bit of trouble, but getting through Nookie 2. And for what looks to be the second time today, we're going to see people clipping into the bounce pad while they wait for Piantissimo to get over there. So we're going to be moving on to Nookie 6, usually considered to be one of the more difficult stages. Alright, we'll see if Atomic can get a clean Noki 3 here. Odin with some pretty good movement over to the secret. And Atomic looking like he's got a pretty solid Noki 3 there. It looks like Odin is going to be going for green cycle. I've seen him practicing that a lot lately. Or at least going for it. Barely missing the triple jump. It's unfortunate. Hit the A button a little late, obviously. But he still gets blue cycle, no problem. We'll see if he goes for a pyro kick, or if he just goes for the... yeah. He's just going to climb the platforms. He was a little off timing for pyro kick. The triple jump into the wall kick, ground pound strat. We're going to see Atomic taking on the yell. Odin going to be finishing up Noki Bay here. Pretty much everyone goes for the same strat on this quick kill. And he looks like he got it, which is good. We'll see Atomic probably go for 5-tooth here, just like Odin. Atomic looking like he's a little low. Might be an issue, it might not. He's just gonna go with 4, which is okay. Definitely a little safer for sure. Let me heading into Corona. And we'll see if Atomic goes for the cutscene skip here. It looks like he wants to get it. It looks like he's just going to pass on it at that point. I think it's also possible to get with taking air damage, but got Odmi looking like he's going to almost die there, but barely realizing that he was too low. Hovers back. We'll see if he goes for fast vote. Probably will. Pretty good boat. And he's gonna rocket storage his way up.
The water's great, hey Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach. I think not. Mario! You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Atomic gonna be finishing up Noki 5 here. Well, Odin takes on Bowser. It looks like Odin is not going to have any problem. Oh, a little scary there. And he gets it done. Pretty solid run from Odme there. Atomic gonna be entering Noki 6 here.
Mario,
Hopefully he can get it done without too many issues.
assist,
Mario, look.
And a pretty solid entry. I imagine we'll see him go for blue cycle here. Unfortunately bonking there. A little close to the platform, and he tried to compensate for that by not diving right away. And he almost did, but it's just a little too far forward.
Someday, when I'm bigger,
Grabbing the one up.
fight that Mario again.
That's my boy. Well put, son. The Royal Koopa line is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
Atomic going for Pyro Kick and getting it.
now.
Looking like he's going to finish off the rest of Noki 6 pretty solidly. Okay, we're going to see Atomic, see if he can get the quick kill. Oh, unfortunately, getting bonked. Alright, we're gonna see Atomic finish Corona Mountain here, or take it down. It's looking like he's not gonna have any trouble with it. Oh, unfortunately, grabbing that ledge and thinking he was going to land on it. He went for a dive, but he accidentally let go of the edge. Definitely going to see him grab that one up. Grabs the ledge again, but he's ready for it this time. And, slightly screwing up Speedboat. We'll see if he can get the backup. It looks like he's getting it. Oh, it's really unfortunate. Just barely not having enough distance to make it to the next little spike coming out of the ground. Or rock pillar, or whatever it is. Accidentally grabbing the blue coin. That can always throw you off. Atomic gonna go for the speedboat again. It's looking pretty good this time. It looks like he's got it. He's gonna rocket storage his way up there. And hopefully he won't have too much trouble with the Bowser fight. He has a couple lives to try it, but I bet he'll get it first try. Usually, it's not too common that people die there. In the Bowser fight, that is. But it happens for sure. Well, Atomic unfortunately not getting quite the angle he wanted. Tried to fix it using the Y-cam, but when you use Y-cam you lose a lot of your momentum, so he couldn't quite make it back. Atomic unfortunately taking another death. I think that's game over. I don't know if he saved or not. It looks like not. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that race was really pretty close all the way up until Arena 2. That was really unfortunate. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to do at this point. I don't know if I'm supposed to just sign off or... I don't know. Alright, I guess I'm gonna be heading out then. I'm sorry, my commentary might not have been... Oh, an interview. Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to? How do I do that? I don't know how to... I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me ask one of the speed gaming people. Right, if I don't know if I'm supposed to ask. Yes, if you, I mean, there's a waiting room. You don't really feel like it, alright, that's fine. If you want to do Atomic, that's fine, but if you want to, that's fine. It's up to you.
Hello.
Hello? Hey.
Here, let me turn you up a second. Alright. Nice. I'm in.
Nice. So how'd you feel about the run?
Well, the first half was really good. I was checking back on the stream up until through the whole run, but especially up until about halfway through Pianta. And I was like actually really impressed with how close we were. We were like neck and neck for the first like third of the game, which was really cool to see. Sirena kicked my butt. I died a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely the type of player to tilt a bit when I mess up one thing and mess it up a few more times, and that's definitely what happened there. So I wanna fix that up a little bit. Next time though, we'll get a better run.
Mm-hmm. Any levels in there that you thought you did like really well on that you were like happy with, or?
Well, actually, surprisingly, I got a gold airstrip. So obviously my best level was airstrip. I'm thinking everything up until EYG was actually pretty solid. I had a surprisingly good. No, let me think here. Anything up to that point, I would say. I played the best I really could hope to play up until about Serena Beach. Even when I was messing up in EYG and such.
Yeah, I saw that.
But like in places like Rico, where my PB is actually also really optimized, I ended up saving I think like 20 seconds in Rico, which I usually don't.
Yeah.
Usually
it looked like you backed up the UIG pretty well though.
Yeah, I was glad I still had a couple stews left. What really threw me for a ride in UIG at first was I don't know how well people noticed it, but when I was trying to get the durian out, I accidentally sprayed a stew with the orange Yoshi, and the platform spawned right above where the durian was, so I couldn't get the durian out until the stew disappeared. Mm-hmm. So I was waiting for it to go away, and it took like 20 seconds. So I was just standing there spraying in the ground, waiting for it to move out of the way. Once I got that, and then I messed it up again. I don't know. I made it work, which was good, because I was just hoping I wouldn't, like,
of course,
completely lose it. I wanted to finish the run. That was like my goal. If I were to lose, was to at least finish and do well. Neither of which I really met, but you know, it's
yeah, that happens to the best runners too. I mean, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, but no, it was really fun. I don't regret it. I want to go practice the run too, but beyond that, I'm still pretty okay with the run, with how it went. I think it was really fun. Ami did well. Ami to be within a minute of his PB was actually pretty sweet too.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, just the other day, I was on a 123 pace run, so I was like gonna PB by like 2 minutes compared to my PB, and that was gonna be awesome. And I headed into Corona Mountain on that pace, and I completely choked it away, and I ended up missing PB by 6 seconds. So I was really hoping I'd get a good Corona today, and it was okay, other than the time I died. But I don't know. I met some little goals that I wanted to meet for the run, and you know, overall, it was fun.
Yep, that's always good.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if there's anything else I should be asking. Kind of short on words, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's no worries. Yeah, if we had Oddme here, I'm sure there's more questions we could ask, but
yeah,
there's not too much to say. Definitely hoping that I can kind of shake off the problem of getting tilted on a specific level, because it's never with my PBs, it's never really a few small time losses that cost me. It's always one big one, and everything else is usually pretty good. So if I can just get over the problem of messing up one level for like 2 minutes, then I should be good to
definitely
go.
A lot of speedrunning is definitely a lot of a mental aspect, not just execution.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right. I guess we can call it there then.
Yeah, for sure. Glad we got the little interview.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of came in kind of late with the whole commentating thing. I mean, I didn't even expect to be here.
Yeah.
I don't think
worries.
I'm definitely not. I'm not something I'm not familiar with. I'm not comfortable with. I did
No,
my best. I'm sorry if it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to the commentary. I had the stream muted, but I'm definitely thankful that you hopped in, because it was late notice looking for commentators, and I was pretty happy to see you when you stepped up and you're like, "Oh, I need to find a place. I'll do it." I'm just happy you hopped in and tried. Thank you for that.
No problem. No problem. I'll see you later then.
Yeah, see you later. Thanks to everybody.